Hello, I'm Richard Hattersley, and welcome to Any Answers Live. Today on the program, we will be talking about nightmare clients. Yes, clients behaving badly. Have you seen an uptick of bad behavior in your clients since the pandemic finished? Are you seeing clients being a little bit more pushy recently? Are they asking for you to restructure your fees? Are they asking you to do all sorts which ordinarily you probably wouldn't do? I'm delighted to welcome onto the program uh, a panel of experts, a panel of Accountant Excellence Award winners. We have first the co-founder of Mazuma. We have an award-winning author and much, much more. It is, of course, Lucy Cohen. Good morning, Lucy.
Morning. Nice to be here.
Excellent. Pleasure to have you here, Lucy. And we're also delighted to welcome onto the program Sharon Baker, the co-founder of Kinder Accountants. Hello, Sharon.
Hello, nice to be here.
Well, it's amazing having you both here. Is there any particular trends that you've noticed, Lucy? Any kind of common themes which you're seeing?
It's definitely the response to communications, which is our biggest sticking point. So depending on the type of package you have, we have a kind of SaaS style pricing model. Depending on the package you have, depends on how quickly your maximum response times will be. So if you're on the most basic package, it's might be, I don't know, pick a number out of nowhere, 2 working days, whatever it is. And obviously if you pay more for that kind of premium service, you'll get a response more quickly. But that doesn't seem to sink in. So response turnaround times, and the classic is somebody will send an email at, I don't know, 4:30 on a Friday, which they're not expected to respond to because it's up to 4 p.m. is the cutoff point. So 4:30 on a Friday, but I don't expect my team to respond to that. And then at 8:30 on a Monday, before we're opening again, there'll be a follow-up email forwarded again saying, did you get my email? And then if they still not respond to it by 10 a.m., there's a phone call. And that's 3 contact points for something that should be 1 because it was 1 contact point out of hours. We see that happen frequently, and it creates noise and clutter, and it becomes very hard to manage. We track things like how many return emails, as in like email and then follow-up email with the same subject happen, or how many people who they let the phone ring 5 times, put the phone down, and then ring back again. And we've definitely seen that pattern of things increasing. The words, entitlement and impatience, I think, are things that I'd apply to this.
Sharon, any common themes you're noticing?
Yeah, so we see that, but we're seeing the flip side as well, where we're not getting stuff from clients. That seems to have got worse, where we seem to be constantly chasing for information. And we try all different ways, like automated tasks, phone calls, emails, WhatsApp. And another one is people not turning up for Zoom calls. That's an interesting choice. I can't work out. I go through different emotions if they don't turn up. One is like obviously frustration, and then I've got my time back. So but that seems to be worse. And we do the whole thing of confirming beforehand and all that stuff. So two big things I'd say is chasing for information and not getting it in. And then they still want the stuff.
That's quite disrespectful, though. Specifically, they're not turning up for Zoom calls if they're an existing client. So we get it on sales where people book in a consult and they don't show up for it. And you expect a certain kind of, non-show up rate, abandonment rate. But for existing clients,
there's a couple.
Yeah, that's rude.
It is rude. There's a couple of serial offenders, and they'll even confirm and go, yeah. And then we'll phone and go, you're not on the call. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not. No.
Wow, they're just so blasé about it as well. Let's just talk about specifics then, Sharon. Have you got any kind of like real horror stories recently that comes to your mind? Any that you'd like to share with your friends?
Straight in with more stories.
Yeah.
Do it.
A good one from last week, and I think my team are listening, so they'll all be chuckling. So we've got a client who we started looking after in lockdown, and I think we don't take on anybody, but I think in lockdown I definitely dropped my boundaries and perhaps was a bit soft and wanted to help everybody. Anyway, a year ago, we had the conversation with them. It's not you, it's us, and we're going to let you go. We're going to let you go. We're going to change. We'll change. We promise we'll change. but they didn't give us information. They would do the thing that Lucy just said. They'd email, call. It would be capital letters in the subject. Urgent, urgent, urgent. We need this. Calling, emailing. And then we'd say, brilliant, we'll do that for you. Like, I think it was management reports, but we need this, this, and this from you. Joe and I cleared our diaries for the week because it was so important to help them with these management reports. It took them 6 months to give us the information. And the same client kept asking for, wanted help with job costings. Absolutely no problem at all. We need to get your Xero up to date first because it's a complete shambles. And also we need to quote, that's an extra service. Okay, so he must have asked everyone on the team the same question, and we were all going, yeah, that's fine, but we need to get you up to date and obviously an extra service. This went on for about a year, I think. Anyway, we kept deciding we would let them go, and no, we'll keep them. We need to look after them. Let's just give it a bit longer. Oh, they're getting better. And then last week, we'd finally had enough and said, right, we're going to sack them and do it all properly and professionally and everything. And went into my emails in the morning, and I'd got the professional clearance from the new accountant and an email from the client. I did whoop for joy. I was very silly. But they were just rude. On calls, I actually said on one Zoom call, I'm going to end this call because it's not going anywhere. I can't remember. They were just being really grumpy, but for no reason. And anyway, they turned it round a little bit, but always chasing them information last minute with VAT returns and every single thing. So,
well, at least one positive, Sharon. They turned up to the Zoom call.
Oh yeah,
they did. Yeah, they did turn up to the Zoom call.
Were they always that way, Sharon, or did they kind of progressively get worse?
We were talking about this last week. I think the minute we took them on, everything was urgent. So there were red flags. I think I'm quite sure if it wasn't for COVID, we wouldn't have taken them on. But we sort of felt I was in the we need to help everybody mode. So
too nice.
Yeah, but I think they did everything that. They're not giving us information, then finding out. I think there was some stuff that gave us concerns that they were being possibly untruthful about things. And the rudeness as well. People don't get to be rude to my team.
Top advice. Well, thanks very much. It's been an absolute pleasure, Sharon and Lucy. It's amazing advice. Hope everyone found this as useful as I have. And it's been a really fascinating conversation. So big thank you, Lucy. A big thank you, Sharon. And thanks everyone for watching. For all your news from the world of accountancy, you can always join us on accountweb.co.uk. But until next time, bye for now.